again and welcome to Commerce class. Friends, we all know that risk is an inherent part of business. And business risk is actually the possibility of inadequate profit or even losses due to some unfavorable, unpredictable and unforeseeable event in the future. Businesses involve several kinds of risk. Right from the moment where raw materials are purchased for production to the point where finished goods are made available to the consumers for consumption. For example, what if the businessman's prediction goes wrong and he may have to suffer loss? Or what if the production comes to a standstill due to workers' strike or happening of some unpredictable event? Or what if the businessman may not be able to sell all his product due to change in taste and preferences of consumers or due to increased competition in the market, etc. So all these things proves that there is an element of risk at every stage of business. To understand the nature of business risk, let us discuss its characteristics and its causes in detail. So, the very first characteristic of business risk is that risk is inevitable. Risk is an inherent part of all types of business activities. A business cannot run without some element of risk in it. Though risk can be minimized, but it cannot be eliminated, and it varies with the nature and size of the business. The second characteristic of business risk is that it arises due to uncertainties. Risk arises due to uncertainties and unfavorable events which might take place within or outside the business unit. There are several types of uncertainties. For example, natural uncertainties like flood, earthquake, storm, etc. Or human actions uncertainties like strikes, lockouts, theft, etc. The third point is profit is the reward for bearing risk. An entrepreneur is willing to take risk in the hope of getting profit. Risk and profit are directly related. Higher the risk, higher will be the profit. No risk, no gain is an age-old principle of business. Next is risk varies with the nature and scale of business. The degree of risk varies with the size and nature of business. Bigger firms often involve a higher degree of risk. Similarly, a firm dealing in fashion goods faces higher risk than a firm dealing in essential commodities. The degree of risk also varies with the time period and degree of competition. Next is risk cannot be eliminated. Risk cannot be eliminated, though it can be minimized to a certain extent. Careful decision making, insurance cover, and accurate business forecasting helps in reducing risk to a greater extent. Next is difficulty in measurement. It is very difficult to measure accurately the degree of business risk. A businessman may anticipate some risk, but he cannot predict all the risk likely to arise in future because of the uncertainty about the future events. So, after understanding the nature of business risk, let us see how it arises. Actually, business risk arises due to a variety of factors like natural causes or political causes or economic causes, etc. So now let us understand all these causes one by one. Business risk arises due to a variety of causes which may be classified into the following categories. First is natural causes. Second, human causes. Third, economic causes. Fourth, physical or technical causes. And fifth is political causes. Now let's discuss all these causes one by one in detail. First is natural causes. Nature is an important cause of business risk. Natural calamities like flood, drought, earthquake, storms, etc., or premature death of an expert employee or senior manager may result in heavy loss of life, property, and income. Human beings have little control over nature. Therefore, natural causes of business risk are beyond the control of a businessman. Second is human causes. Risk arising due to conscious and unconscious acts of human beings working in an enterprise are called human causes. For example, negligence or carelessness on the part of an employee may lead to serious fire or accidents involving loss of life and property in business. Or dishonesty on the part of employees and customers may result in misappropriation of cash, thefts of goods, etc. Apart from all these, inefficient management is often the cause of loss in business. Third is economic causes. Economic causes refer to changes in market conditions or changes in economy of a country. For example, fluctuations in demand and prices, availability of cheaper substitutes, excessive competition in the market, etc. Economic causes are actually related with the time and place of the business. Next is political causes. Risk arising due to unstable government policies and ideology of ruling party are considered as political causes. For example, changes in the licensing and taxation policies create uncertainty and loss in business. Or a businessman may suffer loss due to restrictions on imports and exports and fluctuation in exchange rates. Fall of government and civil war, etc., are also considered as political causes of business risk. And the last is physical causes. Technical and mechanical causes which affect business are referred to as physical causes. Defective goods due to technical problem in machinery, defect in structure of building, stoppage of work due to power failure, etc. are examples of physical causes. So now we can say that business risk may be high in some types of businesses as compared to others. Though business risk may not be eliminated completely, but with proper planning it can be minimized to a certain extent. That's all for today. Thanks for staying in tune. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you and goodbye for now.